Uh, the state of my favorite game, Destiny 2, is not the best. I mean, it could be worse. It could be fucking dead. But honestly, Destiny has become the game I love. I've played it more or less since the Destiny 2 beta. I've never touched Destiny 1 since never had a PS3 or those older consoles. So yeah, I've always been a PC kid pretty much. Uh, but yeah, I have some worries and some hopes for Destiny 2's future. It just it doesn't look good right now. There's not much enjoyment playing it, and not much to do. Hello, I'm shy. What do you want to call me? I'm more of a casual player in Destiny, but it's you know something between hardcore and casual. I would say. What I do in Destiny, I like play the stories because I love the lore and the stories in Destiny. That's the main point of Destiny for me. Why I play the games. And as someone who's been working, it just there's less time to play games, or listen. Like there's not enough time to like get into new games, and less need to get into new games as well. Of course, I play games like new games from time to time, like Borderlands 4. I've been enjoying that one, but like I wanted something stable. It used to be Apex for me. I used to play Apex a lot. That was like my main game. But since I just kind of fell off with Apex, so it's not that for me anymore. But like I fell in love with Destiny again. I've been playing it a lot since Final Shape. I've been playing like non-stop pretty much. And I mean, I've been playing every DLC, even the ones that are gone now. So I miss them, but story's good. I like it. And what else about myself? Yeah, I'm a casual player, but like I like to go for some like achievements. I've done the past two dungeons, dungeons. I finished them in contest mode. It was fucking annoying because I suck. My whole team was. I mean, I was probably the worst one in our team, so sorry, teammates. But like, it's been fun. I like look at my emblem. I have it. You don't. Kind of flexing, but but like every once in a while, like it was twice a year. Yeah, two dungeons in Final Shape. I was like, yeah, 2 weekends, no sleep. Uh, I know it's like once a year, and it's not like it's. I'm fine with it. Like I'm not big with raids since I don't have enough friends to play raids with. But yeah, for Renegades, the story, the trailer looks good. It looks good. I have worries for the story though, for it being too Star Warsy, or how do you say it? Like Drifter in stasis, or like decarbonized, what do you call it? It's like it's pulling too much from Star Wars for me, it looks like. But I'm hopeful since I was very critical thinking about Lodi and how Lodi looked like. It's like the graphical level of Lodi is too high and it looks like this looks like someone's fucking insert character like they put themselves in the game. But you know what? I fucking love Lodi, so I have my hopes up for Renegade story. And the gameplay, uh the gameplay the gameplay loop after story in Edge of Fate, it's been kind of bad. Like, okay, the Portal, that's the core game. That's like not the DLC end game or like DLC post story content. Apart from the raid, I haven't played the raid yet since I haven't gotten any people to play it with. But Like the game mode, I forgot the name. I have to actually check it. It's called Deceive. Yeah, Deceive. It just it just kind of feels boring after a couple tries. It's just same thing. Do it again, do it again, do it again. But yeah, I mean, like the Alder of Sorrows and Moon. It's not like the loop is not too different. Like you do the same thing again and again. But that Sieve is not in the like destination itself. It's a game mode on its own, and that's what I kind of miss from the old destinations. But yeah, no. From Renegades to the Seasons, the story, uh, it hasn't really been feeling that good. Especially when we like get plays like Plaguelands back. It looks dead. It makes sense for the Siva to be dead, but for there to not be much like story missions per se. Like story missions are the ones that I don't know. I want the seasons to be like seasons of a show, new episode once a week or something like that, like it used to be. But I get it. Less people working on the game, less time. I understand it. And 2 DLCs a year, that's quite a bit. So I understand it, but it just feels kind of bad. Like, go to Portal, go to these missions, or these game modes, and that's it. It just feels empty. Like, the story is only in the lore. And what do we get, like, one lore book for Ash and Iron? It doesn't feel much. Will be just at least give us some missions to do, some quests to do in those game modes. It'll be something. And one of the reasons I haven't actually been grinding Destiny too much is the titles. Where is the seasonal titles? Just gone. I mean, we got Conqueror, but that's one we had before for GMs. Now it's for conquests that are not too much different. I mean, they're quite a bit different, and then you can actually replay them now. But like, there's no seasonal titles anymore. And to be honest, that's a feature they cut for like no reason, because in my opinion at least, they don't take too much time off from other development. Like, it's just a bunch of challenges. You have seasonal challenges, you got the weeklies, you got the dailies now, and like Guardian rank challenges as well. You can like put something in them. Maybe give an additional lore book when completing all those like triumphs in the title and something like that. It will keep me playing more. Like, honestly, like right now, there's no goal in Destiny for me. I mean, I can get higher power. Maybe that's gonna be a goal. It just feels empty though. I already get tier 4 armor, and I'm happy with that. I can occasionally get tier 5 as well. But the thing is, tier 4, I can just farm for like armor that's 75 stats. And just try to get lucky with the stats I want. And just like, it's gonna keep me grinding, but like, for what? Yeah. And the gameplay loop for seasons, I told about the game modes. In the Plaguelands, we just go there and do the same stuff all over again and again and again. I mean, I don't mind that. But it just feels kind of empty. Like, why do we keep doing the seasonal stuff? when you can do the old stuff. That's faster and more rewarding. It's just, yeah. I wish the seasonal game mode was seasonal game mode, not just another one in the portal. Like it was some seasonal stuff in there. Maybe like some cosmetics, or even for the title, something you have to do. And the events. What feeling I got from like before Edge of Fate launched, the Year of Prophecy launched, that we're gonna get more events. Well, the events are like very short, like 1 week, maybe 2 weeks if we get lucky. And Tilwood is time gated or like time limited. This feels bad. If you're not high enough, like light level, power level, in a certain event, you can get like high tier weapons. Like I missed Solstice weapons, like the high tier Solstice weapons, because I wasn't like high level. I think my base was tier 4 and it was shiny, and that's why it was shiny. But like for the guns week, arms week, what is it called? It's like maximum tier 3 what I got, and it just feels bad. Like you have to grind on the first couple days and get high tier. And the thing is, the events, it's just a couple of times a season, how it feels to me. I just, like, there's no way to get the weapons outside of the events. And those are like, not like, it just doesn't feel like event weapons. It's just like new weapons that are just locked behind a time window you might miss because you are busy. Or you just don't get them high tier enough because you're busy and not grinding all the time. So yeah, that's one thing I don't like about that. And yeah, about the next one, endgame. Uh, especially legacy endgame, dungeons, raids. We need tiered loot for those as soon as possible. Like every single one of them. Like I think most of the weapons have like perks that are already had enhanced versions available. You can just pretty much put the tiers on them. And like, okay, balance might be an issue one of those, but like you don't need them like do that too much. If it's too broken, as Bungie said, they're just gonna like only the broken ones, very broken ones, are gonna be fixed for a period of time, and they're not gonna go on the balance for too much since they need to focus on somewhere else, and that's a good thing for now, at least in my opinion. So you just go do those, and I hope they drop them like all at once or in like 2 batches, since it's gonna go to okay, we got one raid with tiered weapons now. Let's say a bolt of glass. People play it, get all the tier 5 weapons, that's it, that's it. Like the big time grinders are gonna be done like in no time. Of course, like for casuals and more like not so hardcore gamers, it's just gonna it's just it's gonna be a backlog, but it's like gonna be a backlog what you can play and what you can gain from when there is nothing else to do. Especially for like dungeons, those are easier to play on LFGs, easier to find people to play with. It's only 3 people, and they're easier most of the time. You can just all the dungeons get tiered loot. That's it. And we have stuff to play. It's still old content, but there's a reason to play the old content. Like I haven't played much raids, for example. There will be more reasons for me to find people to play raids. Now it's only for the exotics, and that's all. And for the experience of playing it through once. Yeah. And epic raids and dungeons, I was worried it was gonna be just like, okay, we have this raid, we're just gonna cut off some content from it, so we don't need to work on it that much, so we can work on it later and release the second half of the raid or dungeon later. What I've seen, the new epic raid is pretty much the same. Last Encounter is different. It looks beautiful. But I've heard people loved it. There's some small problems, but like that's all what I heard from it. And it looks looking good right now. But for the future, I hope this is not the only one that's gonna be like that it feels good. So I hope it's not gonna become like half a dungeon at the Renegades launch and the second half in this mid season, or was it not Law and Order, Shadow and Order, something like that. And yeah, I just hope it's gonna stay how it's right now, at least on same quality. So I'm hopeful for that. But yeah, the pain point for most, Portal and the game modes. Portal, for me, the pain points for me, it's very repetitive. Matchmaking should be on every game mode in there. And the modifiers, when you play with like a pre-made fire team, sometimes it's time consuming. And like, okay, which one should I pick to just get enough points to get my power drops and stuff like that? That should be, I don't know, there should be like pre-made options for that. Or some like, okay, this is gonna take some money to do, some time to do for Bungie, but it will be like, you have a team, it calculates, okay, what kind of stuff can we put on the modifiers to make everyone gets power drops. Yeah. That would be something I'd like, but yeah, it is what it is. It's manageable. Solo ops, when you're single player, uh, solo ops just feels empty. There's 6 games, or like six maps to do something. Like, I don't mind it being simple how it's right now. And I don't mind like going through it like a couple times in a row. But like, we could, like someone said, lost sectors. That's, why not? There already been like solo content pretty much we had. And right now, I don't know, do lost sectors have anything to like why people will play them? Just put them in the portal on solo ops. That's easy, I think. And more people will play those. What else? Yeah, the matchmaking. Everything should have matchmaking, especially Pinnacle Ops as well. Like, it's not too hard content for matchmaking. It's just like, if you don't have a pre-made or friends to play with, it's LFG. Like, too many things need LFG, and the matchmaking is just not there. In-game, yeah, in-game content should be in the portal. Like, just a tab, in-game, list of all dungeons, all raids, I think. And I mean, they want to get the tiered weapons for them. I know they're doing it, but it just should be there. Like, when the portal came in, it should have been ready. Now it just feels like it's the first draft of Portal. It's like a test run of the Portal. It's just, yeah, it's not ready. And that's for the Portal, at least for now, what I have to say. Next is exploration and destinations. Okay, we all saw the destinations tab hide behind the portal pretty much, and was gray before, like very grayscale, darker. It was like trying to push it off them, like wipe it under the rug. And yeah, and now they're changing that. They're keeping it. They're putting the new destinations in there. That's good. I like it. But like, all destinations, there's not much to do in there. It's just okay. It's nice to roam around. That's what I like. Just chill there. But like, we need something. Once tiered difficulty, same as in Kepler. We should have like tiered difficulties and some tiered weapons in those areas. That will be very nice. Like tier difficulty, I was thinking like tier difficulty on Kepler when I first heard was like every map should have that. I'm not the only one. Like every destination should have tiers, like tiers, and not only a Kepler thing. That's like something interesting. Would be fun, and tier difficulties would affect public events. Public events, like for a long time, haven't been feel like anything for me. It's just a public event. That's it. I feel like those should be a big point in the social game, in the destinations. When you go through destinations, there's public events. Okay, there's something coming in. Everyone gathers there. It should be something like brings the community together. It should be rewarding. Like with the tiers, you can make it more rewarding and harder. Uh, It should be like harder as well. It, like that will be fun, at least for me. Uh, and the destinations, talking about Kepler, you're alone there. No one else. Maybe your fire team, that's all. And I mean, when you look at it, it looks kind of like tight, kind of small. There's a lot of places you can go, but it's like tight places. Not much room for like a lot of players. But it's still, I hope they keep doing public destinations and was just Kepler. I know it's for lore reasons, but like Portal is there not for lore reasons. I don't care if my game with a lot of stories, a lot of lore, what I love, has some gameplay mechanics that are just not fitting to the lore. I mean, I don't even need Crucible to be fit in the lore. It just okay. We just need to PvP. Oh, why not? But yeah, uh, yeah. Public destinations. We need players on Kepler. We need a public fucking event for Kepler. This feels dead, kinda. And yeah, at least for Renegades. If it's not public, like location, destination, it's gonna be so sad. This is gonna be so sad. And destination activity, see if I talk about it. It just didn't feel special enough. The new one on Renegades looks promising, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Mission areas open to explore, and legacy and cut areas back. Yeah, that's something I'd want. Like right now, destinations don't have a meaning to be there, to be honest. There's not much to do in there. So why not just put everything we have in there? But because they don't have a reason to come back, like they didn't have a reason to leave. For example, Plague Lands. We pretty much have all of the Plague Lands back from Destiny 1. Why not just add it to the Cosmodrome? In the destinations, you can explore it, like outside of the missions. Like, Why does not? This is for people who want to like find cool things and stuff like that. And it's not gonna take too much more space. We already have it in game. And it's gonna stay in the game, as they said. The game mode is not gonna leave after the seasons. So why not just add it to destination? And yeah, mission areas, like there's so many walls blocking like mission areas. You have to like go out of the map and get there. Why not just leave them open? You can just go explore everything. Maybe there should be like, okay, this is a mission area or something, like a warning sign, like this place is empty. There's nothing in here. But you can still go there. Or maybe just the walls have some like, you can open the walls. There's like some overview put in a machine, like the Vex gates, some of them. It's like, okay, you're gonna explore this now. There's not much to do, but do what you please. And that's the exploration and destinations. And one game mechanics, game tech, the mechanics. One of the pain points, inventory. We all know it's very limited. It's small, and now we got more gear to worry about. And one idea I had before I talked with friends was the crafting system, since it's kind of been sunset in a sense. Like there's not much more. There's no new guns in there. Maybe some exotics, of course, you can craft, but nothing else. And why not combine those two? All legacy weapons, just put them in the crafting enclave. You can craft them. It saves space in your inventory, your vault. You don't need to save your legacy rolls. What do you have? You just craft them, and maybe for new ones as well. You can like, okay, if you get tier 3 weapon with these perks, you can use those perks or that exact roll to craft a new one. So that's saving more space. I don't know about the armor though, like crafting that, maybe not. But that leaves more space for the armor in the vault, so that's good. New gear, the changes coming in Renegades. The exotics always being new gear is good change. That's something I wanted, something everyone wanted pretty much. Like I don't mind like new like purple weapons, legendary weapons, or like armor having to be new. Okay, the new armor might be painful at first, since we're going back to 200 power and it's not gonna be tier 4s, tier 5s for a while. So yeah, that's gonna be a pain point. But at least the legendaries are there. You can build freely now. You don't have to be like, for example, this current build uses the Treadling boats. I forgot the name. So yeah, I had to make a build so I can play Conquest. Pretty much. And that's the only reason, actually, why you need it. So yeah, what else? Something we need, we haven't seen in a while. New subclasses, or updated subclasses, especially the dark ones. There's only one super on Strand and Stasis, and those need something more, like more flesh on them. We've seen some updates, some new aspects and fragments maybe on those, but like supers, maybe different nades, melees, maybe even class abilities, just like in Solar we got Phoenix Dive. Something interesting like that. And not on new subclasses, it will be fun to like balance out the dark subclasses to get like one more dark. I'd want the Nightmare one to come up. It will be fun. It will fit the colors, I think. But we'll just have to see where we go. We're getting one new subclass at some point. I hope we get them sooner rather than later, before it's too late. Yeah, legacy content. We all want Destiny 1 remastered. We all want our Red War back. Forsaken, especially. But yeah, it's running on old tech of Destiny, and current Destiny is not gonna run them as they said. I trust them on that. It's gonna take resources to bring it back, but yeah, I want them back. Especially like raids. Something like raids first, then story maybe. But especially raids we want back. We start like fun content. That makes Destiny Destiny, the raids, pretty much. Uh, the story, I fucking love to play Light and Darkness Saga from start to end, but that's never been possible to do in one go. We got from Destiny 1 Vanilla to Rise of Iron, I think. And then we got. Can you even play Shadowkeep now? You got the missions, I don't know. But from Shadowkeep to Final Shape, you're missing Red War, the Vanilla Destiny 2 campaign, Curse of Osiris, Warmind. Those. It's debatable what people like about them or don't like about them, but it's still part of the story. And Forsaken. And maybe Shadowkeep, I don't know. But yeah, those ones are missing from the middle. And it's not a complete story. So we need them back in some capacity. One thing I wouldn't mind is like separate game for the stories only. But I'd like to go play through the Light and Darkness saga in one go. So yeah. Unobtainable gear and unobtainable cosmetics from Destiny's past. We got the place we can get the seasonal like ornaments with silver, of course. Uh, Again, and that's fine. It's good. We can get them back. You didn't miss out on anything. You won't be missing out on anything new. So I like that. But stuff like some legacy stuff from like raids, especially. I mean, if we bring raids back, we can get the armor from those. But like, I miss a lot of like armor pieces from old raids because I just didn't play them. It would be fun to like somehow being able to obtain them because I like Destiny fashion. I like doing my own fashion, like this one you're currently seeing. Um, yeah, that's on the cosmetics and gear. Like we just want them back, like at least as cosmetics. And there's some weapons we can get anymore. I think, at least especially from the raids, old raids. So maybe with the crafting thing, with legacy stuff, we could get them back. And seasonal story. I know seasonal story started to just be there, but we play and it's gone. But I've missed a lot of seasonal story since my time with Destiny 2 has been on and off. I've been playing different games, I've been working, I've been going to school, stuff like that. I've just missed a lot in Destiny's story of the gameplay. I would love to get the missions back, but at least like on the timeline, like a cinematic for every season, what happened. I'll like a story told, like small a mini movie, like the cutscenes we had. I mean, those take space, but I hope like cutscenes we got all of those back, and like some narration between telling what happened, or like from the gameplay or the game modes. Okay, we went to Sabanthon something. like 7th Inspired game mode we have right now. We went there, did that, so we can do this. That would be like nice. Like in game, we don't need to go to Bive. I mean, go to Bive, guys, fucking great. But yeah, it's like we don't need someone outside of the game. Like for the base story. Yeah, and the last one, Eververse. Um, yeah, people been complaining about Eververse a shit ton, especially with the Iron Banner armor thingy. And yeah, ooh, it was kind of bad. This it looked like it was gonna be Iron Banner armor, and it came out in Eververse, and yeah, and we got recolor for Iron Banner armor, but they changed that to one of the Eververse sets, so yeah, this is trying to dodge the bullets they shoot at themselves. So, so to say, yeah, that's like there's more work on Eververse than other cosmetics in the game. I mean, these are all, I think, yeah, should be like maybe seasonal armor pieces or DLC armor pieces I have in this set. I mean, one is Eververse states that armband, but that was for Bright Dust for like 2 weeks ago, week ago, something like that. And you can always change the bond since it's not much there. So it's yeah, this I never buy Eververse items for silver. I mean this emote I got since it's a bunny. I fucking love bunnies, so that's why. But like I don't use silver on the game pretty much at all. But yeah, and one thing on Eververse, time limited items. There was one cosmetic I was gonna use my excess silver on, and it was the chest piece that came out. I think on was it on Edge of Fate's launch or on Heresy? I think it was on Heresy, and it was a chest piece that goes well with the exotic armor piece, some bracers. I got a build with this, and I was like, okay, there's one chest because I didn't have a chest piece that goes well with these lines of light, like these strands of light. I was like, okay, I don't have anything, but there was this one that especially goes well with this piece of exotic armor I'm using. And surprise, surprise, it's not in the store anymore. You can't buy it. It is not there. The one time I would have used money on this game, I can't. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cosmetics in the Eververse store. We should just, and it's, I want them all to keep it. Like, I want them to keep all of them in there if they're gonna sell something. But yeah, it's just time gating stuff, time limiting stuff. This, but this problem is like in every game that has a cosmetic store pretty much. Most of the games. And yeah, isn't great. The Destiny is not in a great shape right now. There's some hopes and worries about Destiny's future, I said. This is a long ramble. It's gonna be probably quite unedited. And it's like my channel I put clips on, some shit posts on, I barely use. So I'm not asking for subscribers. I don't even stream anymore. I used to do a bit of streaming, but yeah. It was from a community member, from a player of Destiny 2. Some worries, some hopes, some wishes, some rambling. But yeah, I'll keep playing this game. I just don't know how much anymore. But yeah, I'll be a Destiny fan for life probably. Yeah. So bye bye. This is all I have to say.